श्रीमते जय पताका स्वामिनिति नामिने नमः आचार्य पादाय नित्य कृपाय प्रदायिने गौरकथा दामदाय नगर ग्राम तारिणे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा वेलकम प्रभु जी दो you are seen dental clinic you are very sharply you have joined Hari Bol Hare Krishna. Yes, I want to play one song. Hare Krishna. Yesterday was Prabhupada's appearance day, so we will see this Prabhupada's appearance day written by our Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. So we will just see this. Very, very meaningful, very wonderful. Yedi Prabhupada nahi
সকল দেশে যদি প্রভুপাদ না হইতো তবে কি হইতো এ জীবন বহিত কিসে পাশ্চাত্যর যত পাপী দুরাচারী শূন্যবাদী মায়াবাদী তাদের উদ্ধার করিবারে মন হেন কোন দয়ানিধি যদি প্রভুপাদ না হইতো তবে কি হইতো এ জীবন বহিত কিসে তাদের নিকটে কোন জন আসে বিলাইত হরিনা শুভ জীব রূপে গড়িতে তাদের কে হইতো আগুয়া যদি প্রভুপাদ না হইতো তবে কি হইতো এ জীবন বহিত কিসে দেশে দেশে হরি বিগ্রহ সেবা আরতি রাত্রি দিনে রথযাত্রা আদি মহোৎসব সব শিখাইত কোন জনে যদি প্রভুপাদ না হইতো তবে কি হইতো এ জীবন বহিত কিসে গীতা ভাগবত চৈতন্য চরিত প্রেমামৃত রসসার কত না সুন্দর সরল করিয়া কে বুঝাইতো আরা যদি প্রভুপাদ না হইতো তবে কি হইতো এ জীবন বহিত কিসে কত কষ্ট সহি বৃদ্ধ মনে রহি বাদিত হরিনাম খেদিত মদে পুরী বৃন্দা বনয়াপুর মতো ধাম যদি প্রভুপাদ না হইত তবে কি হইত এ জীবন বহিত কিসে পরম মঙ্গল শ্রী চৈতন্য মহাপ্রভু শিক্ষাধন আচারে প্রচারে সদা আমাদেরকে কীর্তন নিয়োজন যদি প্রভুপাদ না হইত তবে কি হইত এ জীবন বহিত কিসে প্রেম কল্পতরুণিতাই গৌরের কৃপা কণালহিবারে নিরাভদি জয় পতাকা হৃদয় তোমার স্মরণ করে যদি প্রভুপাদ না হইত তবে কি হইত এ জীবন বহিত কিসে
Hare Krishna. Welcome all dear devotees for this wonderful sessions of Bhagavad Gita level 2. And we all know last 1 week starting from 9th of August. 9th of August was Balram Jayanti. Correct? I hope you all are able to hear me and the screen is also visible.
Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Hare Krishna, thank you. So 9th was Balram Jayanti. Balram comes before Krishna, right? But not on the same, just not 5 days, 1 week before. Balram is not just 1 week elder to Krishna. Balram was the 7th child. 8th child was Krishna. But Balram came as 7th child. Why? Because Balram wanted to cleanse or make all the facilities in the womb of mother Devaki. So he came first and he was transferred to mother Rohini, right? So, and the next year, Krishna came up in the same womb. And it is not like our birth. It's first Krishna appeared in Vasudeva's heart. His heart was cleansed. And he was transferred to Devaki's heart. From Devaki's heart, he was transferred to Devaki's womb. But when he appeared in the four-handed form. He did not come like a normal, like a human birth, how it takes place. No, because it's not birth. It is incarnation. We say the Lord appeared. We don't say the Lord was born, right? So the Lord appeared. Okay, so that is on 9th, exactly 1 week before to Janmashtami. Next week, the same day, it is Janmashtami. So 9th was Balram Jayanti, followed by 10, 11, 12 was the Julan Yatra till 14th in fact, and 13th onwards, 15th onwards, the Janmashtami celebration started. So 15, 16, Janmashtami, and 17. Yesterday, it was a very, very important day in the life of Gaudiya, Brahma Gaudiya Madhvacharya Parampara. That is the birth appearance day of Srila Prabhupada. So, Guru Maharaj has written, Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj has written a poem. In that he says, you see, Yadi Prabhupada nahi hoite, who wants to read this? Who all are here? Who wants to read the translation? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Ananya Mataji is not there. Okay, so Asha Mataji, you can go ahead. Yedi Prabhupada nahi hoite tabe ki hoite jivan baki taki. Say just now we heard it, right? So we will go through the translation now. Hare Krishna Mataji, kindly read the translation.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
If
Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada had not come, what would have happened? How could we have passed our lives? Who else would have distributed the unlimited mercy of Lord Nityananda and Lord Gauranga all over the world? Second point is which other compassionate person would have endeavored to deliver the miscreant, sinful, impersonist, and voidless people in the West? Who else would have come to distribute Harinam to them? Who else would have come forward to transform them into civilized beings? Who else would have taught them how to worship the deity from form of Lord Hari day and night with Arti Kirtana, and how to conduct the Ratha Yatra and other grand festivals? Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita contain the essence of the nectarian mellows of love of Godhead. Who else would have explained these scriptures so clearly and beautifully? Who else would have tolerated all difficulties and distributed Harinama with a pleasant heart? Who would have given us the dhams such as Mayapur, Vrindavan, and Jagannath Puri? The teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu constitute the greatest and most auspicious treasure. Who else would have engaged us in constantly practicing and teaching it? Sri Nitya Gaura are desire trees of love of Godhead. Desiring a drop of their mercy, Jayapataka's heart instant like take shelter of your divine grace. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Bol, Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai. Hare Krishna. See, same thing holds good for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. If Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has not appeared in this Kali Yuga, who would have given us Vrindavan? Vrindavan was all totally destroyed by the other foreigners, right? Nothing was there. No deities were there. It is because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came with his Panchatattva and then followed by Shad Goswamis. So he gave instruction to each and every Shad Goswami to excavate the deities. He came in their dreams and told Shad Goswamis, you excavate, I am here, Madana Gopal, I am here under this tree. Radha Govinda, I am here under this. So, like that, all the deities were excavated. So, all six Goswamis have their own deities. The Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in their dream, and whatever he told them, you go to this place, and I am suffering from the heat there. Next day, he took all, who is that, our, what do you call that? Guru Dada, Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri is Ishwara Puri's Guru. Who is Ishwara Puri? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Guru. So, like Madhavendra Puri excavated Madanagopa. Like that. Sorry, Radha Govinda. So, like that, everybody's stream Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and told where he was. And they dug out the deities and gave lot of, lepan, chandan lepan and abhishekam, etc. Made them cool because they said in the dream that they were burning because of the heat under the earth. Okay. So, like this, Vrindavan, pastimes, which place, which pastime happened. None of us would have known agar Prabhupada nahi hoite. So such a beautiful and meaningful song. If Prabhupada had not been there, who would have given this, like these classes, how we would have, who would have, there was no, they would not have been ISKCON. And we would not have known about the glories of the holy name, how we will be chanting. It was all by 16. What will happen? Lord God, Lord has given us 24 hours. Like Haridas Thakur, we should be chanting 3 lakh nam in a day, right? That is what it's meant for. But we all are entangled in this material world. Jitna bhi mile, come. Dil mange more. So we are ready to work 3 shifts, 3 8 are 24 hours. But we are not ready to chant for more than 16. In fact, Srila Prabhupada's standard was 64. Then devotees, Prabhupada, they folded their hands like anything. And finally, Prabhupada came down to 16. And so now, no more discussion. All of you get lost. So that 16, now see, so merciful we are. 16 rounds in a day we chant and follow the temple program which Srila Prabhupada has given us from 4:30 Mangalarti to night Shainarati at 8:30. Right? All the temples are closed. And in the universe, somewhere or the other, right now, somewhere Mangalarti will be happening, somewhere Bhogarti will be happening, somewhere Chayanarati will be happening. And in India, it is a time for the Sandhya Arati. So like that everywhere, everywhere. So all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for listening to the, like importance of this. But two importance. One, if Prabhupada had not been there, what would have happened to these fallen souls? We don't know. Number two, this is a very, very favorite song to our Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. So I hope you all remember. I really tried my level best on the day of Janmashtami. Up and down, I roamed around everywhere to look for signal. I just logged in. Asha Mataji was only there. And in 2 minutes, 2 minutes, I was trying to go into the temple and there was absolutely no space. So I tried to go through the auditorium. And there I lost the signal. After that, I never got the signal till I think around 12:30, 1 o'clock in the night. There was no signal at all. I kept it trying in between, but it was not possible. Anyway, thank you very much for that, Asha Mataji. I'm really sorry that we lost the signal. Otherwise, we would have spoken about some, at least for 5-10 minutes. Birth of
Only
Krishna.
that Prabhu also joined Mataji later onwards.
Oh, Hari Bol. I kept trying, Mataji, kept trying. I don't know why. Even my normal data, I only always use data only. That was also not working. Maybe due to crowd means everybody might have been using there. Don't know. There were thousands of, almost around 10,000 devotees would have come on that day. We were in the Shurak service. At one point of time, the Shurak numbers we had given up to 1200. Everything was full. We had to request the devotees to leave it outside somewhere. In fact, one devotee was literally wanted to fight with me. I am wearing such an expensive shoes. You are telling me to leave it there. I will not. He showed his shoes and you are responsible if I lose it. Then I said, okay, you give. I will not be able to give you a token. When you come, you ask for my name. I will come and give you. And separately, I kept it. There was absolutely no space. And ISKCON, I am telling you, since the time we went, at least for more than 12 hours, we saw so many devotees in big, big, big chulas, cooking and cooking and cooking and cooking. And in one place, prasadam was continuously distributed, dona prasadam, full of dona. Everybody was chanting Hare Krishna and it was amazing. And that place was like exactly like Goloka. But unfortunately, I could not have darshan at all. Finally, also, 12 o'clock, I somehow, like from the crowd I went, I tried to see Lord's face from kilometers away, only the face. Anyways, Hare Krishna, it was really, really wonderful to be, to just stand in that temple itself. Hare Krishna. Krishna's birth, who has created this entire universes about which who's I mean he gives the key and we all only dance to his tune, is it not? Such an auspicious day it is. Y'all are not able to. Yesterday also was the celebration, and the celebration week, whole week was celebration, and we had a wonderful darshan in Guruvayur also. Guruvayur also, amazing darshan it was. And we saw there is one is special event, we should call it as Shiveli. That is at 9:30. Three well-decorated horses come and they come in front of the altar, Krishna temple, and they bring Krishna up that Kodimaram, we call it as what do you call that? Stupa. Outside they bring the Lord, Utsava, and the three big rounds through the sanatorium. And what is that? in the night, 9:30 with the kirtan. Everybody is singing so blissfully and going and coming, and every turning special arati is performed to the Lord. Then he goes inside. After that, he is put into for China. Till then, and it's a 1.5 hour program. Sharp 9:30, it starts 11 o'clock only. They distribute the final ghee prasadam to everybody, whoever is there. And they don't even close the temple. You know what? By 11 o'clock only, people are standing in the queue for morning 3 o'clock Mangalarti. And we had to wait for 6 hours in the line to have darshan. 6 hours. That much crowd it was. Anyway, it was all very nice. Udupi darshan was again awesome. It was a Nijarupa darshana. And gone to Udupi many a times. Whenever I used to go to Mangaluru, Prabhu had taken us. But this time we had Nijarupa darshana. And everyone was telling that only. Generally, nobody gets Nijarupa darshana is generally not available to have. So that was also awesome, wonderful. Hare Krishna. Yes.
And what is Nijarupa Darshan?
The Lord is not decorated, Prabhu. He is not in ornaments. He is not in clothes. It's a Nija Rupa, the original form of the deity. It is known as Nija Rupa Darshana. Okay, Hare Krishna. So,
So, ma'am, why did they
13.
open the
That
curtains?
we will discuss at the end, Prabhu, after the class is over. Okay, yeah, just write somewhere and keep it. We will have it. So today at least we'll try to finish the first 5 shlokas, because first 5 shlokas are very, very important. So in chapter 13, this is what we have seen. 6 questions Arjuna asked. And the important thing what we have to understand is the trio. What is the trio? The relation between the Jiva, Prakriti, and the super soul. That is very important, because in the 13th chapter, we all talk about super soul. So that means, what is that? The understanding of Paramatma realization. Okay, so that we understood very well. And to understand this, we need a Jnana Chakshu. With the vision of knowledge only, we will be able to. And what is Prakriti, what is Purusha, what is its union? In today's chapter, we will learn little in detail about the union of Purusha and Prakriti. How the Purusha unites with the union, so, with the Prakriti. And in that process, the yonis, the living entities, come out. Right? So that we will see in detail. There are especially two verses in today's this thing. I think 4 and 5. I think verse numbers that will tell about the union, how the living entities come out from Prakriti. Okay, so first 1 to 4, liberation and conditioning the living entity. What is liberation? What is when we keep saying, conditioned soul, conditioned soul. So what is meant by the conditioning? What is the meaning of conditioning a soul? The conditioning a living entity or otherwise. So you might have heard right through 12 chapters, the conditioned soul. So that is what is explained in that. 5 to 9, description of the binding. So conditioned soul, how it gets bind. Okay, binding of the pure soul. Soul, if we see it is pure, because it is part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, it is supposed to be pure. Then how it gets bound? What is the reason? How it is getting bound? Then 10 to 13, recognizing the supremacy, a mode within a person. So supremacy of a mode. All 3 modes act in us, but sometimes some mode is supreme, sometimes some mode is acting primarily. So when which mode acts, how to recognize that I'm in which mode now. Sometimes the same person is in Tamoguna, the same person is Rajoguna, and same person is Satoguna. Same time. Like today early morning, if some person is in Satoguna, tomorrow the same person may be at 8 o'clock in a Tamoguna also. So what is that? How to recognize under which mode I am acting right now? Because one who understands this, Krishna tells very clearly in the first verse of this chapter, very important word that is. What does he say? Thus it is expected that one who understands this 14th chapter will attain perfection. See the last line of the purport of the first verse? That is, Krishna himself says, one who understands this 14th chapter, he will definitely attain perfection. Okay, so actions and death within the mode. So within all three modes, what is action, what is death? It means what? If death happens in all three mode, what will happen? If actions take place in all three mode, what kind of actions will be performing? How to identify them? Then the last set of verses are how to transcend. This is very, very important. We know very, very well all this effect we have told. Cause also we have told. Now, if you don't tell how to transcend, if we do not transcend, what is the use of knowing this knowledge also? So, how to transcend? That is means, see, abhideya, the process of transcending from the lower guna to the higher guna. Because 14 to 18 will say higher guna means effects are very, very super, quality efforts. Right? So that is why 19 to 27 will teach us how to transcend. Being in this body, embodied, the soul being embodied in this body, how it can transcend from one mode to another, so that finally it can get a transcendental body, the body which is not conditioned. Okay, Hare Krishna. So 3-4 verses will be, first 2-3 verses will be little, we need real understanding. If you understand that, rest of the things are very easy. Okay, so can I go with Loknath Prabhu? Are you available now to read? You said you were not there. If you're not, he's not there in the meeting. Okay, he joined and he was in dentist clinic. Okay, these two girls also have written they will not be able to join. They are in. Yes, Vamshidhar Prabhu, go ahead. Why the screen went? Yeah. Yes, Vamshidhar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, today we not done opening prayer.
We all done, Prabhu.
Okay.
Done.
Okay.
I think 5 minutes before, only around 5:55 only we did it.
Jnana, okay. Jnana Chakshusha, whatever is created is but a combination of the living entity and material nature without the touch of the superior nature. The living entity, nothing can grow. But actually, after the destruction of the body, both the soul and the super soul exist, and they go on externally in many various moving and non-moving forms. Because of desire, one is put unto difficulty circumstances to suffer or to enjoy. When one see that the various bodies of living entities is due to the different desire of the individual soul and do not actually belong to the soul itself, one actually sees. Similarly, the living entity, even though situated in varieties of bodies, is aloof from the uh, aloof from them due to his subtle nature. Therefore, it is the impossible to see with the material eyes how the living entity is contact with this body and how he is out of it after the destruction of the body. Consequences, the is the proof of the presence of the soul, as sunshine or light is the proof of the presence of the sun. Super soul situated in all bodies as the friend of the individual soul in consciousness,
Is conscious.
conscious of all bodies.
So the super soul is conscious, isn't it? Okay, we have, this is the 13th chapter. Once again, it is said. What is actually the Jnana Chakshu? Jnana Chakshu is what? Just because of the combination of this material nature, but living entity and material nature come in contact with each other. Is it not? So without this touch, nothing can grow because the material nature is a dull matter. Remember this very well. The material nature is dull matter. It does not have consciousness. Material nature cannot grow on its own because it doesn't have consciousness. So when the consciousness put into that, consciousness is nothing but the soul. When the soul is put into that material nature and achar, we say no, the Paramatma is there in both moving and non-moving. This is what we say. Purusha Prakriti 13.22. Purusha Prakriti Stohi. This Purusha, since he is seated in the Prakriti, Purusha Prakriti Stohi. Karanam Guna Sangasya. No, Purusha Prakriti Stohi. Bhunte Prakriti Gyan Gunan. Karanam Guna Sangasya. What is the Karanam? Why it is acting? Karanam Guna Sangasya. It comes in contact with the three modes of material nature. Because the living entity comes in contact with the three modes of material nature, Karanam Guna Sangasya. Karanam Guna Sangasya. It grows. It grows. In the sense, if what do you call, if the soul is not there, the body will not grow. It will be without any movement. So because the soul has come in contact with this material, what our body is made up of 24 elements. Is it not? So when the soul comes in contact with these elements, then the consciousness is there. Even we saw the soul cannot act independently because it needs a body to get embodied, to get its actions done. What are the actions the soul has to do? Because the soul has a lot of unsatiated desire. And the soul, when it left the body, it also took the Sukshma Sharira along with the soul. Man Buddhi Ahankar. The mind keeps thinking, making plan. So that means thinking, feeling, willing. All these thoughts, all these plans, everything had been taken along with the soul. So now the who is that Supreme Personality of Godhead knows what is our desire, what are the plans unfulfilled we have. So to fulfill those plans and desires, he gives us a suitable body through Prakriti. This is what is very, very important. This body comes because body is Prakriti, body is material nature. So he tells the material nature, there are different combination. Okay, I will, when it comes to the next verse, I will explain that. Hare Krishna. Yes. Viraj Prabhu, can you read?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Shri Bhagwan Uvacha Param Bhujah
Pravakshyami.
Pravakshami Jnananam
Jnanam
Jnanamuttamam
Uttamam. Yajnatva.
Jatva Munayah Sarve Param Siddhimito Gataha.
Translation also, Prabhu.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Again I shall declare to you this supreme wisdom, the best of all knowledge, knowing which all the sages have attained the supreme perfection." Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Param Bhuyaga. Param is what always we know very well. Param means supreme. Is it not? Param aparam. Para apara. Param is supreme. Bhuyaga again. Pravakshyami jnananam jnanam uttamam. This is the best of all knowledge. Uttama knowledge. Mataji in 9th chapter also Krishna told, I am going to give you that knowledge, knowing which you will know everything in this world. There will be in the next 12th chapter he said, I am going to give you knowledge. If you know this, there is nothing to be known more than this. Like that and all Krishna said, yes. But in this chapter, whatever he is going to tell that knowledge is known to be the supreme wisdom. Because knowing this wisdom, what happened? All the stages attained. Who are all the stages who attained Lord's abode? So many sages have it. Narada Muni, for example, right? So they all attain Lord's abode. That means they go to transcendental world. So we know Ajamil, in the second chance the Lord gave in Haridwar. After that, Lord he sent to the Vishnu Dutas in the second birth and he do. Similarly, Jadavarta, Bharata Maharaj, dear body, next birth, third body, Jadavarta, and Jadavarta reached. So like that the Lord takes, but before that we have to reach that Paramgataha, the supreme perfection we have to get. Unless and why we need supreme perfection? Because after going there we can't repent. No, Krishna has to prepare us and take to his world. Because once by mistake we have fallen down because of that pride, because of the desire to independently enjoy the material nature without Lord's presence. Or everybody is giving lot of respect there in that Goloka to Krishna. So some small independent thought, why only Krishna? Why can't I also enjoy? Like that small thoughts here and there it comes. The moment this thought comes, the Lord picks us up from there, put it into the material nature. What is material nature? We'll see it's actually not material nature. It's a Mahat Tattva, which is a combination of all material nature. It's like a lump. All the elements in the material nature are there in the lump. So the Lord puts the living entity into that. And then this is the seed given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the material nature agitates and the birth takes place. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yes. Uh, okay, go ahead, Prabhuji. Read this also. Viraj
13th
Prabhu.
chapter. 13th chapter. Through knowledge, freedom from material entanglement, associating with the modes of nature, living entity gets entangled in this material world. 14th chapter. Supreme Lord explains what the modes of nature are, how they act, how they bind, and how they give liberation. Lord says this knowledge is superior to no given so far. It has helped various sages attain perfection and get
Transfer to the spiritual world. Hare
world.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. So 13th chapter told us to know the Paramatma. The Paramatma is there in every living entity, to know that there are two knowers of the body. And also there a hint was given that everything, the real knowledge is what? The knowledge, the connection between the Prakriti, Purusha and Jiva. This is an important knowledge. Once we understand this knowledge, we will be free from this entanglement. It was told very nicely in the 13th chapter. So now associating with three modes of nature, how this material, how this living entity gets entangled in this material. Well, this is very important thing to understand. That is explained by the Lord in the 14th chapter. For that, we have to first of all know what are the three modes, because we say na karanam guna sangasya. Purusha prakritisto hi bhunte prakritir gyan gunan karanam guna sangasya. So please by heart the 13.22. Karanam guna sangasya, because this living entity comes in contact with the material nature. So if it comes in contact, how they act, who acts it, who gives the key, who gives the instruction, who follows it, who sees the effects, all those things we will see. And how they bind, how do they entangle us in this material world? How these gunas entangle us in this material world? And how can we liberate ourselves from that? What are the ways? How can we transcend? And Lord says this knowledge is superior to the knowledge given so far. Bhakti Yoga says that you just, renounce all the result. Oh, you are not able to renounce. First he said, focus at my lotus feet. Not able to do, very difficult, follow the four principles. Not able to follow the four principles also, what is it? What is it? If that aneka chitta, he says, no, if this is also not possible by you, what is that? Following the regulatory principle, Ata chittam samadhatum, na shaknoshi mayistiram. If not possible, then what do you do? Abhyasa yoga yuktena. You practice and practice and practice. Next he says, Abhyasepya asamartosi. You are not even able to follow. Practice. That is also impossible for you. Then you do mat karma paramo bhava. Do all the activities only for my sake. And that doing activity also, my sake, is also not possible. That is, ataita dapya shaktosi, na shaktosi. Mat karma paramo bhava. You do the work for, what is that? Madhyogam ashritaha. Okay, do whatever you want. Finally, leave the result under my lotus feet. He said, no, sarva karma palatyagam. What's that? Verse number 11. Ataitadapya shaktosi mat karma. No. Ataita तप्य शक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यथात्मवान्. So he said, finally you surrender the results to me. Easy for he gave. So why can't we only do that, Mataji, and then we get liberated? So in the process of doing, finally, what did we say? Do all the work, whatever you want. So when we do whatever we want, that is what binds us. So one who is not able to become an elevated devotee, focus all the mind at the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead, finally it will do all the work. So when we are doing all the work, we get entangled. And because of this entanglement only, we are coming and going, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi, again and again, depending on our whether we do pious activity or we do impious activity. Okay, I hope you understood that. It has helped various great sages. So those who have attained perfection and got to Lord's abode, they all have learned how to transcend these three modes so that we get liberated. So to get liberated, we need to transcend the three modes of material nature. Hare Krishna, Loknath Prabhu. Yes, Prabhuji, read. After that,
Yes,
I'll
ma'am.
go to Asha Mataji for the second round. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Idam Gyan, Bhagavad Gita 14.2. Idam Gyanmupashritya Mam Sadharmyamagataha Sarve Angpi Napojayante Prale Na Vyathanti Cha.
Very good. Idam
By
Jnanam
becoming,
Upashritya. Translation also.
by becoming fixed in this knowledge, one can attain to the transcendental nature like my own, thus established. One is not born at the time of creation or disturbed at the time of dissolution. Bhagavad Gita
Hare
14.2.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Idam Jnanam Upashritya. One who is fixed in this knowledge. Which knowledge? Mama Sadharma Magataha. That one who is fixed in the knowledge that they want to get the nature of mind. Transcendental. That means that the Lord is beyond all three gunas. He is Nirguna. Transcendent. He is not subject to, though he is the creator of these three gunas. Isana Daivigesha Gunamayi. Mama Maya Duratyaya. But Mameveye Prapatyante Maya Mitantarandite. Since I am free from all these things, one who surrenders, I can help you to cross this. If we are bound, somebody is helping, asking for help, how can we help them? A person who is already bound cannot help for others to cross the ocean. So only who is already free, whose hands are free, he can only come and take us to the next, cross this ocean, is it not? You remember that slide beautifully. The Lord comes from there, behind Garuda is there, and the Jiva is, struggling to cross the ocean, and it is slightly lifting its hand, and the Lord gives his one finger from the top. So for that, we have to transcend the three modes of material nature. So that's established, one is not born again. So that is, Sarge apino upajayante. Na upajayante, you will not come again. Upajayante means again, taking birth again and again. Pralayena vetantiche, at the time of dissolution also, he is not disturbed. Because he knows very well after this pralaya, I am not going to come back. So why should he be disturbed about all these things? Very beautiful verse, right? Very nice also, easy to understand. Idam jnanam upashritya, one who is fixed in this knowledge. Mamasa dharma magataha. Sarge api no upajayante, na upajayante. Pralaye na vyatantite. They are not disturbed in that dissolution also. Pralaya is dissolution. Upajayante is creation. So they are not disturbed at the time of neither creation nor at the time of dissolution. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu, finish this also. Same verse.
Text 1 and 2. The three modes of material nature, introduction and glorification of this knowledge. Understanding this chapter help one to attain liberation and transcendental nature like Krishna. Bhagavad Gita 14.2. Knowing which all the sages have attained the supreme perfection.
Hare Bol, Hare Krishna. So there is no evidence is not required. All those who have already reached lots about all the sages, they have gone. They have taken shelter of this knowledge. They have adapted this knowledge. So, attaining liberation is possible only by transcending the three modes of material nature. Hare Krishna. Yes, Asha Mataji.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Mataji.
On acquiring perfect transcendental knowledge, one attains qualitative equality with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is 5 types of liberation. Becomes liberated free from the cycle of birth and death. But even liberated souls retain individual identity and always engaged in transcendental loving devotional service to the Lord. Knowledge obtained in the material world is contaminated by the 3 modes of material nature. Knowledge not contaminated by the 3 modes of material nature is transcendental knowledge. In transcendental knowledge, one is on the same platform as the Lord. The ignorant feel spiritual world lacks the variety of material world. Actually, in spiritual existence, one has a spiritual form, performs spiritual activities called devotional service. Everything there has life, kalparuksha, touchstone buildings, etc. The spiritual atmosphere is absolutely uncontaminated. To obtain this knowledge, one must develop spiritual qualities by which he is not affected by the creation or destruction of the material world. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hari Hari Bol. What are all the benefit? Prayojana. Once we transcend the 3 modes of material nature, in the first verse, I told you, no, Krishna has written that it is definitely one who transcends these things, he will attain perfection. Right? So we have to transcend. Now, very beautiful it is, you see. When we get this transcendental knowledge, what is the prayojana? We will get any of the 5 types of liberation. Out of all those liberation, sashti is not recommended for devotees. Devotees don't ask for that liberation. That is considered as a lowermost liberation. What are the other types of 4 liberation? Sayujya, Sarupya, Samipya, Salokya. Samipya, Sayujya, Salokya, Samipya, near the Lord. Lokya, in this Lord's abode. Sayujya, we will have all the like energies of the Lord. And Sarupya, we will look like the Lord. But Sashti is what? Liberation. This liberation is merging with the Brahman. Nobody asks for this merging with the Brahman. Why? If we merge with the Brahman, there is no identity for us. But in the spiritual world, if you go, we have identity. We don't roam around like a soul without the body. In the spiritual world, if you go, we have total identity. We all will look like 400 form of Vishnu Duta. And there is a difference between the Lord and us also. So there are like 1 or 2 differences are there, not required right now. Okay. So otherwise we all look like that. Is why it is known as Sarupya Mukti. Salokya Mukti, same world we live. Sarupya Samipya Mukti. We are living near the Lord. But, as an individual. This is a major difference, and we all have to know this. It is not merging. It is having individuality, and we all will serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead as an individual servant. We all have different seva. Okay, that is what that was our wish, right? See, unless and until, see, one thing you think, no. We all know very well we have come from part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is Mame Vamsha Jivaloke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. After coming here also, if we keep remembering that Jiva Swarupa Krishna Nitya Dasa. I was Krishna's Das, I was Krishna's Das, I was, Jiva Swarupa Hoye, I am his constitutionally his servant. Like that, if we keep remembering, will we be able to enjoy the material nature? Will we be able to fulfill the unsatiated desire for which we have come down? So this knowledge of Jivera Swarupa Krishna and Nitya Dasa has to be somewhat forgotten. If you have this knowledge, even after taking the new birth, we will not be able to enjoy the material world for which it has been created. It has been all Lord's mercy. He has created such a wonderful material world for us to enjoy and fulfill our desire, for which we have been coming again and again in this world. So the Lord is so merciful. He knows our desire also. He is very sad that we are not able to fulfill our desire also. And He wants us to fulfill the desire. That is why He has created the entire material world also. And also He knows that we are not able to overcome that we are Jivera Swarupakoye. So He has given us the Apohanamcha. Forgetfulness also, that what is our original constitution position. So we think that is we are the material, mother nature is our mother, and she has created us, and she has given all of us enjoy, we keep enjoying, is it not? Okay. So knowledge obtained in the material world is contaminated. So this knowledge, what we get in this material world is what is meant by contaminated. It is not a pure language, but the knowledge which we have in the spiritual world is a pure knowledge. There it is very pure. Every devotee is pure. There is no this pride. Why this devotee is doing this seva? Why this devotee is not doing seva? Why this devotee is not getting any seva only? Why this devotee is not able to do perfectly. All kind of thoughts will not come to us at all because we are transcendented. That is why Krishna helps us to purify our heart before He takes us. Because after going there, we can't have all these things. If you remember 13.8 to 12, Amanitvam madam bitvam ahimsa kshantir archavam acharyopasanam shaucham stairyam atma vinigragaga indriyarteshu anahankaram. There's no anahankara. I factor should not be there. Janma mrityu jara vyadi dukkha doshanu darshanam anatirana vishwangaha. So that you remember that bhakti ananya, mai chananya yogena bhakti avyabhicharini. Avyabhicharini bhakti we need to have. The unalloyed devotional service we need to have. If that devotional service alloyed, what will happen? We keep on asking for something. What's the meaning of alloyed, unalloyed? Unalloyed is ahaituki. Ahaituki is not expecting any return. So if you do bhakti expecting something in return, that only binds us. Oh, you wanted this punya. You are using this material nature and you are getting this karma pala. You come and enjoy and leave everything here, make your balance zero and then go. Okay. So unless and until our karmic account becomes zero, we cannot reach Lord's abode. Okay, Hare Krishna. The transcendental knowledge one is on the same platform as the Lord. So transcendental knowledge means what? We are in His in His loka. Only then we will have, because Sattva, Raja, Tamo, Tamo, lowermost we'll see. Tamo, Raja, Sattva, Vishuddha Sattva, beyond that Nirguna. The Lord is without all. We have seen already, Kshara, Akshara. Two types of fallible and infallible yonis are there. One keep falling down, the Devatas do not fall down for a particular period, but still they can't go to Goloka. The Devatas also compared to this Bhuvarloka. From Bhuvarloka only one can directly go to Goloka. With the Lord's mercy only it can happen. Without the Lord's mercy, without the Jnana Chakshu, we will not even able to understand all these things. Actually, in the spiritual existence, one has a spiritual form. So that means what? We don't have to perform any karma over there. That is why we have to come here. Because our account balance has to get zero. Isn't it? We did some pious activity, that's why we went there. And then when we are born again also, whichever, if we are pious, we will take birth in a high class family. If you remember, what was that? Not Atava Yogina Meva, before that, 6.40.
Iman,
प्राप्य पुण्य कृताम लोका उषित्वा शाश्वती समा शुचीनाम श्रीमताम गेहे yogo भ्रष्टो विजायते. So one who has done pious activity, but for some reason he has fallen down, he will take birth in the pious people's house, so that he does not work so hard again to create more karma, more binding. He will take place birth in aristocratic family, wherein he will see many devotees also, and who are in the Vishuddha Sattva. There is a chance that he can come to me. If not, Atava Yoginameva Kulai Bhavati Dhimatam Ekatri Durlabhatram, Ide Dirshi Sudurlabham. So what Krishna is saying, okay, if you are not able to complete this journey or to becoming a great devotee, elevate you, also you had to fall down. Don't worry, you will take birth in a very, very highly renounced devotee's house. So that right from the beginning you keep hearing the Lord's name and you will get a chance to come to me. So to obtain this knowledge, one must develop spiritual quality. Without having the spiritual quality, how can we understand all this knowledge? Okay, so if this knowledge is not there, that how we can attain the Lord's abode, then what happened? We are going on, it's not affected by that. Oh, if we have this knowledge, we are not affected by that. What is that word? I mean, verse, a beautiful thing we saw now, no? Sarge apina beautiful one word. Oh, upajayante. Sarge yopi na upajayante. He will not take birth again. And he will not be bewildered at the time of dissolution. Na vyatanti cha. So they will not be bewildered also. Yes, Mataji, continue.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mama yonirmahad brahma tasmin garbhamat dadamyaham sambhava sarva bhutanam tato bhavati bharata. The total material substance called Brahman is the source of birth, and it is that Brahman that I impregnate, making possible the births of all living beings, O son of Bharata. The total material substance called Brahman is the source of birth, and it is that Brahman that I impregnate, making possible the births of all living beings,
Same.
O son of
Yes,
Bharata. Same.
Mataji. Hare
14.
Krishna. Same it is. So, who is the source of all sources? The Supreme Personality of Godhead. From him only has come, from his light effulgent only is known as Brahman. Is it not? From the Brahman again comes the material existence. That is a Prakriti. We all have seen again already, but still in very, very short nutshell I will tell. So Lord lying down in the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, the Lord lying in the causal ocean, right? He wants to create this entire world. Whenever he wants, he will do that. So that is known as what is it? Primary creation. Brahma's daytime, every Manu, there's a creation, dissolution. Every Brahma's day, there is a creation, and night, it's a dissolution. Again, the day comes, there is a creation. So these and all are visargas. Secondary creation. Now we are talking about the primary creation. So when the primary creation takes place, what happened? The Lord, okay, he is lying down in the Karnaka ocean, and from his sweat, the universes come. How these universes come? Okay, universes came from the sweat. Now those universes, it is like a lump of something, that's it. There is no tree, or there is no water, there is no mountain, nothing like that. It's only a lump, a big ball, fireball, you remember. Okay, a ball or gas ball. One gas ball, very big ball is there. Now that ball contains all the 24 elements. Okay, at least the 21 elements. Okay, not even 21, we can say 22 elements, leaving the Jiva and the Paramatma. All other elements are there. Now, what happened from that lump? How the living entities come? How this material nature come? So the Lord, when He creates time, Kala is created first. So the Lord manifests the time. The moment time is manifested, it is put into that lump. The lump, for that matter, we will know as Pradhan, okay? For some time. Pradhan means before everybody, right? You remember like that, Pradhan. So in that Pradhan, what happens? What did we see till now? Pradhan means all the material nature, everything, whatever is needed for making this body and whatever is needed for this Prakriti is already there. So time is manifested. One more thing we have to remember. In this only lump, all the gunas are also there. But this lump is matter. It's not conscious. It's matter. There's no life in it. So therefore, these gunas are in equilibrium. Okay. So the moment the time is manifested, this lump gets agitated. That means it's a great shake. The scientists tell, Big Bang theory, they came, collide like that. Big agitation takes place. When this agitation takes place, what happened? During that time, all the material manifestations come out. So one portion of that only is agitated and it manifests. 3 by 4 portion is still unagitated and it lies there in that Karnaka ocean somewhere in the corner. So that unmanifest is known as Pradhan, the manifest is known as Mahat Tattva. So in that Mahat Tattva, which is a portion of the which comprises all the elements of the material nature, the Lord puts into the Jivas there, the living entities who all wanted to come, who all wanted to act independently, who all wanted to act without Krishna, who all were thinking, oh, why all respect to Krishna only, who all were eagerly waiting, will I also get this much respect, all those things. Oh, I will give you everything, go, you will get everything. So he picked up all the living entities who wanted to enjoy independently, he put them into the Mahat Tattva, but through an element known as Shambhu. Okay, so this material nature is impregnated now. Then, as and when the typical yoni comes, Krishna will give only with his eyes instruction. This body is for this soul, this body is for this soul. But there is no conversation, nothing happens. It is all because this Prakriti is also Lord's energy, no? Everything is Lord's energy only. So there is a full contact. But in fact, this Durga Devi, that material nature, who gives all the bhautik klesha, she is a sister of Vishnu. Okay, when she was born, if you remember, she was born to Yashoda Maya. Krishna was born here. They are brothers and sisters. So this is how the material, what is it? The living entities come in contact with the material. One more thing. When it is agitated and when all the elements gets mixed like anything, gunas also get imbalanced. So in some in some living entity, Satoguna may be more, no, and Rajo may not be there. Tamo may be there. So that is why out of 84 lakh yonis, human yoni itself is 4 lakh. If human yoni 4 lakh means what? Different types of species. So what are these? Different types of 84 lakh. 80 lakh is 20, 10, 10, 10 like that it comes. That is the animals and beasts, then the birds, then the stavara jangamam. What is that? Plants, etc. Then that very, very small insects and things like that come. So like that 20, 10, 10, 10 like that in that combination out of the 80 lakh. Then 4 lakh is human yonis. So what is a human yoni? Different kinds of people are created in the combination of 30% sattva, 30% raja, 40% sattva. So like that we can put 1 ratio, 2 ratio, 5. So different ratios, different unis come. So that is why we see different kind of people. Some people we may say, how much I should explain to this guy? Absolutely not able to understand. Like that we think, no? Maybe they are in Tamaguna, they are born. Some people think all the generally IITians I have seen, they think they are the best. No, they are the super intelligent people. They think like that. Yeah, the Lord has given them the intelligence. This is the problem. That's very cutely, very beautifully Krishna has explained. Having this knowledge is very, very important. But what is the problem having in this knowledge? They are having the pride. Like that, which was, I think, third verse. Mama Yoni, Mataji just now read na. So that means this is what the meaning of the third verse you have seen. Fourth, it is said, yes. Aham bija prataf pita. We will see. Already late because I don't want the first 3 verses go in a hurry. They're very important because first 3 verses only set the base. What is objective? Objective is to transcend these 3 modes. So why we are not able to transcend, in what combination it has come, all those things are there. That is why we will see no problem. So till 3 we have seen, 4, 5, 6. That's all. After that we can go very fast. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhu bhaivacha patitanam pavane